As we come to you at noon, the WCNC Weather Impact Team keeping you weather aware. Take a look at the radar. There it is, Hurricane Helene off the coast of Florida right now, starting to pick up. We've already had 2 tornado warnings before this storm even gets to us, but that gives you an indication of what the southeastern part of the United States is facing at this hour. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ben Thompson.
And I'm Sarah French. Take a look at this brand new video. We just got into our newsroom. This shows a possible tornado spotted in Steel Creek. Now, we do want to note the National Weather Service hasn't confirmed this yet, but this comes just after 2 potential tornadoes touched down in the mountain counties last night. This first video is out of Rutherford County, right near Asheville. We're told a potential tornado touched down there around 4 yesterday afternoon.
And then just a few hours later, that same storm system producing another tornado, this time near Blowing Rock. All this even before the impacts of Hurricane Helene get to us. Ahead of tomorrow's impact from Helene, school districts already making plans. Take a look at your screen. These are the districts that are closed: Catawba, Avery, and Caldwell. These districts will be remote: CMS, Chester, Clover, Rock Hill, Fort Mill, and York District 1. Let's go ahead and bring in Chris, who's tracking the latest. Chris, we're asking folks to be weather aware today, going into tomorrow as well.
It's arrived. I should be showing you Helene right now, but the bigger story is what's happening before Helene. And now we're still going to see some of the worst conditions with the strongest winds, the heaviest rain rates by tomorrow morning. I think 5 to 10 looks to be the sweet spot for the worst weather, but right now it's no picnic. We're looking at some very heavy rain rates, anywhere from a 1/4 inch to 1 inch per hour in those yellows and oranges. And we have an active flash flood warning that's in effect for the entirety of the eastern Chester and York County. There's estimated totals. We already saw Rock Hill at over 2 inches, up to about 2.5 inches of rain, with another 1.5 inches that could fall over the coming hours. So this goes until 3 o'clock. So this is the first of many flash flood warnings I think you're going to see across the area. So there's that 2.52 inches of rain that's fallen in Rock Hill. We're also going to see these over a 2 likely for Charlotte, Lincolnton, Gastonia, where the heaviest rain is really right along I-77 and off towards the west, but it has also spread a little bit further off towards the east. That's why, since it's trended more easterly, we have expanded this flood watch compared to what we showed you last night and earlier this morning. Now this flood watch goes until Friday afternoon, including Cabarrus over to Rowan County, Union, Lancaster, and also Chesterfield County as well. A couple excluded because you see the rain rates really drastically drop off the further east you go. I've already mentioned it. There's a chance that 4 tornadoes could have formed here in the last 24 hours. There's been at least 3 tornado warnings, 2 that happened a few hours ago. But anyone in the yellow, the orange, I'm even going to include you here in the mountains, you have a chance for a spin-up tornado. They're going to be quick. Sometimes they might not even be warned. By the time the warning comes out, the worst of the weather could already be done. I think that's what happened around the Steel Creek area. So we're watching this closely, and we're going to continue to monitor it, because it's just like that we see the signs of it. So it's all about watching the velocity. Any of these orange and yellow bands could have that spin-up tornado potential. We were watching right in here. Things have calmed down, so just stay weather aware through the afternoon. Here's Hurricane Helene. Right now, the most recent update has a sustained wind at 105 miles per hour. I think this makes landfall later on, closer to midnight. This is 8 p.m., 120 miles per hour. That is a strong Category 3, my friends, potentially challenging Category 4 right before it makes landfall east of Tallahassee, right here around Sopchoppy. We'll come up towards the north, and then it really is hitting us the hardest. Even though the center is over Atlanta, we still have gusts up to 60 miles per hour by the sun is rising up. So I'll have that full forecast showing you the peak winds, peak storm potential, and which area has the best chance for tornadoes over the next 24 hours.
Chris, thank you. The weather we are seeing now, just a precursor to the impacts we're going to see from Helene. In just the last hour, North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper putting out a warning for folks, urging everyone to have a safety plan in place as Helene moves in.
You cannot tell the depth of water just by looking at it from your vehicle. Turn around, don't drown. If you are told to evacuate, get out of the danger zone. Make a plan now to stay with friends or family if you are in an area that could likely be flooded. And I think that there are a number of these in the mountains that could be this way.
North Carolina is under a state of emergency as we speak because of this storm. That means the state emergency response team is deploying equipment, personnel, and resources to support impacted communities. That includes the state's swift water rescue teams and resources from the North Carolina National Guard.
And as state and local officials stress the importance of being prepared, WCNC Charlotte's Richard Devane joins us with tips to help you get ahead of the storm.
Yeah, good afternoon. I'm here at Black Hawk Hardware. This is located in the Park Road Shopping Center. And if you were trying to get you something to protect you or help you with this heavy rains that are coming our way, you still have a little bit of time.
This is 10 foot long and it's 3.5 inches high.
So now you're looking at grabbing some last minute supplies to prepare for this storm. Well, like most folks, if you're out and about today, you're going to notice you have a lot of company. A lot of places you're going out to, you may see a lot of folks also doing the same thing, trying to get their last minute items. Some will be out there at grocery stores getting things like food. We also went to Black Hawk's Hardware and found that many people also looking for things to have on hand in case you lose power. You can expect things like this with the weather. The heavy winds and rains are going to cause some trees to go down and into power lines, and that could mean you're going to need things like extra batteries. You're going to need blankets and maybe even tarps and things like that to help if there's a damage to your home or to prevent flooding. For those of us concerned about our lawns and trees, which could also be uprooted with these heavy rains saturating the ground, the best advice for all of this is to do what you can now just to be prepared.
You have to kind of be prepared. Listen out for the news forecasts of what the weather's going to be. Tie down everything you can tie down if we're expecting winds, and make sure your gutters are clean. And you've done everything you can do to prevent flooding.
And again, as you just heard, it's always best to prepare. But I'll say this, that we were also told that even if you don't have yourself prepared this time, it's always important to just start getting those readiness kits available for the next time there is an emergency that you might need them. We're here in Charlotte. Richard Devane, we'll send it back to you.
Back to the mountains, Blue Ridge Energy Line technicians and staff are on high alert this morning as they prepare for the storm. We checked just moments ago. Right now, not many people are without power at this hour. However, Blue Ridge Energy says it's prepared for those numbers to go up.
We probably have some of the most challenging service territory in all of North Carolina. I mean, we serve from southern Caldwell County all the way up into the mountains, so you can get a range of 1,000 feet above sea level to 5,000 feet above sea level, which presents challenges to the teams, but we're prepared for that. We train for that. We have specialized equipment that's ready to meet that need of responding to outages and tough terrain, rocky, hilly terrain. So we're prepared for it, and we're obviously.
Blue Ridge Energy also is asking us to remind people to have tools on hand to stay safe during an outage. That includes flashlights and extra batteries, extra water for drinking, cooking, and for pets, non-perishable food, and a first aid kit, including prescription medications. You can also prepare for the impacts of Helene by downloading our WCNC Charlotte mobile app. You'll find an hour-by-hour forecast and updates on the storm from our weather impact team.